Appreciate it. Welcome. Well, it ain't gonna be that much of the show today. I know I a lot of times, but this time there's really not that much to talk about. Like there's a few things in wrestling wise that we're gonna talk about, and there's also what's that a little bit of buck stuff we're gonna talk about and try to do like see like since all them trades been happening last week and this week. Donald Marshall, hey, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Um, Alvin Phoenix 483, hey, what's going on to the chat? So y'all on here, you're just like on there watching. If you have the say hi thing on TikTok, I will say hi. I will call you out and you know just say your name out there. Same thing with YouTube. Y'all wanted the shout out, we can do the same thing too. William Horsey, hey, what's going on? The same thing, for YouTube Live. Like, you want a shout out, or you're on the show and just want to say anything. So yeah, it's Coop. Hey, what's going on, Coop? Um, but yeah, it's really I always say it ain't gonna be that much of a show talk about today, but sometimes it gonna get carried away. But I'm pretty confident that it's not gonna get carried away. So like I said, a little bit of wrestling news, a little bit of Bucks news, and see if there's some comic book movies and TV news to talk about. Bob D, hey, what's going on? EJX8J, welcome to the live. So, let me start this pre-recorded for YouTube. So let me start that before we go any further, and I'll be talking like somebody's eyes out and stuff like that. I will, not much of nonsense. So let me just get this going, and I'll let people know that's going to be watching this pre-recorded episode for what I told you guys on live that what's going to be going on today. So yeah, so stay tuned and stay on the live and let's get recorded because I know like for the past few days, it was nothing but Milwaukee development talk and also Bucks talk. So like I said, I'm trying to do like more on wrestling content like I usually do, but Jerry McKenzie, welcome to the live. Um, oh, you must be talking about tonight's game that just ended. Um, yeah, just like I was saying, it had to be the Thunder. It had to be the Thunder that done it. So CJ Rex, welcome. Um, Little Boy Games, hey, what's going on? Sayanda Nicholas from Louisiana, hey, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Demi, what's going on? Okay, so let me just get this going before we lose a little bit of track. So let me do this pre-recorded and we're gonna go from there. So y'all probably gonna hear a little bit noise in the background because the game ended with Thunder beating the Indiana Pacers out of 7 games. Like it's unfortunate that Tyrese Halliburton like got hurt and maybe a little bit of karma kind of came back to him and yeah, it's kind of kind of sucks. Um, if you don't want to hear my story, then why are you on here? You can go. But anyways, like I said, you want to have some people, just like a keyboard warrior, and you're gonna have others, that's actually like good in the chat, watch, check in, and stuff like that. Um, but anyways, back to this. Okay, so yeah, that'd be good. Like, okay, we're gonna remove you. Sorry, guys, I just got somebody that just needs to because you can't play nice on this channel. You're getting out of here. So let's do 24 hours for you, and now we can't hear your mouth. Um. Anyway, it's like it's very rare that I have something like that. It's like every now and then, some keyboard warrior just talking. So yeah, you're right, little boy games. I don't listen to haters, but they just gotta, people gonna have their opinion about what topics that we talk about. So I'm just giving up mines, and you know, there's gonna be people that's gonna feel different about it. That's okay. But at the same time, what I do, Soul Active, join in. So hey, what's going on? Um, it's just most likely like we just we talk about the same topics like wrestling, Milwaukee Bucks, comic books, movies, and TV news, and developments that are going on in Milwaukee. That's all we talk about on here. So if you don't like it, I hate to be mean, but there's the door. So anyways, yeah, there's a little bit of wrestling news going on. It ain't that much, but just thought they can be talked about. So we're gonna get on to the wrestling topic first. So I know that's probably like everybody's favorite in this channel. And oh, SGA won Finals MVP. Good for him. So before we go on to this little bit of wrestling report that we're looking at with about WWE and AEW talent going beyond American Gladiators that's coming out in the fall. So the main thing we'll talk about that Oklahoma City Thunder had a big year, had a big season and a big year. Besides, winning, the NBA championship for the first time in the franchise history. You got Shea winning Finals MVP, being MVP, the leading scorer, leading scorer, sorry, in the NBA, and also the Thunder went to the finals into the NBA Cup championship, going against the Bucks. So Thunder had a good year. This is really like a bounce back year because I think they got eliminated in the first round. And they was like in the high C, but yeah, they got eliminated. Then bounced right back, won it. So my thing was just like this kind of bite Indiana Pacers in the butt because of Tyrese Halliburton. It's like you can be confident, but you getting cocky and like showing off. It only gonna take you so far for so long. But anyway, so I'm gonna read this backstage report issues with WWE and AEW talent being on American Gladiators because overall everybody is like cool with each other. But I know except for the higher ups when it comes to like competition. So that's understandable. But like I wouldn't get all upset about it. So let's see what they said. Almost 40 years after its initial debut, Amazon Prime Video is set to bring American Gladiators, which NBC ended up doing like a trial run. Well, not a trial run, but a run with it. Oh, excuse me, featuring Hulk Hogan. And the crazy thing is, like, the series only lasted for like a season. So yeah, I was pretty shocked that it just lasted only that one season. So we see that they're bringing it back. Of course, the Miz is hosting while a number of gladiators and stuff are current or former wrestlers. You got Rick Boogs, a former WWE star. You know, and I didn't know about this about him because I read about it that after he was released from WWE, he just ended up just being a trainer at a gym. Um, hey, thank you for that. Um, of course, Rick Boogs is from here in Milwaukee, and but yeah, it's like since he's done with WWE, he's to say he was just retired from wrestling, which I don't blame him. It's like he was supposed to be this next big thing, but then again, a lot of things you know happen with certain these wrestlers. got something, always got something to do with Vince McMahon, and it's like seriously, what more can you do? Um, okay, you also have OVW star J Rod, which she's a female, so you know what, good for her. Give OVW more exposure, like they need. Um, see Jesse Garders, who's currently with OVW. Um, and you got Warlord and Camille. Well, they're saying they're currently still with AEW, which you haven't seen them on TV for a long time. So my point is like, what's the complaint about it? So the involvement of Camille and Warlord before one wrestling company to run. Okay, so this is by Dave Mesner. So there's times he's gonna be talking up his butt side and or backside and just all other stuff. So okay, so they did start filming, so let's understand that's probably why the Miz ain't hadn't been on WWE TV as of late because he's recording American Gladiators. So Miz, if the Miz will not only interact with Camille Wardlow on the show, but also promote WWE with AEW stars on the show. So, however, the opposite could also apply in Mesner's eyes, as and Warlow could be used to promote AEW while the Miz is on screen, only angering WWE further. Who freaking cares? I don't know. It's just like if you want to be competition between AEW WWE, have it be competition and just keep it going. You don't need to add any extra if ends or buts or this person did this or this person did that. They just can't get mad over it. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's see, both the original versions of American Gladiators as well as the first attempt to the reboot show in 2008, which I was saying about the one that Hulk Hogan was in, had some sort of wrestling related ties in. From the original run that began in 1989, the show was famously hosted by Mike Adam, um, wait, who will have a short yet infamously memorable run as part of the WWE broadcast team. Okay, in '08, yeah, I remember that. Um, After the reboot, of course, it was hosted by Hulk Hogan and featured former TNA star Matt Morgan, Jesse Smith Jr., and Dwayne The Rock Johnson's cousin, Naomi Reed. So I don't think it'll make a difference. Everybody's gonna be involved. Either former WWE wrestlers or also current AEW wrestlers, like TNA wrestlers. Why not? They have none. Maybe they want to make more money or further their career or something. Like, why complain about it? I just don't get some of these fans like WWE and AEW. They need to stop and like celebrate that wrestling is going on and wrestling is good. So I'm sorry, but they just need to both AEW and WWE really need to grow up. I know AEW probably loving the crap out of it. Oh, I should have put some ice in this. Um, but my point is, be happy that some of these wrestlers are getting exposure and either they're former or currently in your company. Just be happy. Um, I'm trying to see if there's anything else to talk about, but it probably ain't much nothing. Um, let's see. There's some interesting things that happened at the Fanatic Fan Fest with some of the stuff that they was going on was awesome and funny at the same time. You got John Cena trying to fake punch a bag or like a punching bag, the how much strength you are. They had that going on. Oh, you too, Emily. I didn't know you was on here. So welcome and goodbye to the channel, I guess. Um, Sorry, I'm just trying to see. I forgot what I was going to say, but let's see. Yeah, the crazy thing is, okay, the women stole the show. Okay, we know about that one, but yeah, I was talking about the Fanatics fan pass. Like you got John Cena, fake punch in the bag. Then you got John Cena again trying to shoot from the three, but you end up just tossing it out anyway, hitting air balls. Um, you got Chelsea Green, holding babies and stuff like that. And I do want to ask you guys this because I think it's kind of silly at the same time, but also, hey, okay. Do you think there are some people that like adults that try and get wrestlers to hold their baby so they can like talk to the person? Like that's let's see. Oh wow, they got a lot of free agents. Indiana Pacers. Um, so yeah, for the Pacers, it's gonna be interesting. But anyways, do you think that's a crazy thing? When there's some people that use their baby, their newborn baby, just for a wrestler to hold and try to get a conversation is. Um, I know some of us did it with our kids and stuff like that, but of course we was like, okay, if you want to meet this person, yeah, just say something. Or we'll say something like, okay, you want to meet this person? This okay, he likes you and like he want to get a picture with you. So I don't know. It could be me, but I think it's just mainly like kind of crazy in a way. But the thing is that was cool that Alyssa Bliss did came out of there. I think this was yesterday. She came out there along with the guy that was dressing up as the Fiend, Ray Wyatt, and you got her daughter that's like dressed as like her. So I think that's what it is. But yeah, this is it's cool. It's cool. Okay, yeah, we heard the rumors about the guns maybe going to WWE. We heard about that rumor. We don't know it's official, but see soon enough. But yeah, like I said, there's not much wrestling stuff to really talk about. Is just isn't. And okay, one thing before I move on to the next subject, there was people that were upset with me. I didn't see AEW Grand Slam, but I'm gonna try to at least watch it before Wednesday's episode. Okay, the reason I was upset is because uh, Mercedes Moe gets another title shot of a different company, then suddenly end up winning the belt, and it's like it's crazy. Like why? Like I understand, it'll be on her resume, and plus, she got a dream to, wrestle in the Japan, which she did do before she signed with AEW. It was the what is it, the New Japan Pro Wrestling Women's Champion. Like it had all that, and it's like it's not enough. Like I don't understand, she got her title shot against Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship in All In, which is not that long from now actually. Like very early, like yeah, July 12th, I believe. And that yeah, that's the same day that Saturday Night Main Event is going on, and also NXT Great American Bash. So yeah, there's a lot to go on, and plus they got the Evolution pay per view for the women the day after, which it was a long time coming, and like I'm happy that they're finally like another pay per view. I know TNA was the first one to do it, and then you got WWE done it after that. Then nothing was done since until now. So maybe they have the Evolution pay per view, just like do that every year and just have like fun with it. But yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see. But let's move on from wrestling. Like I said, there ain't much to talk about. I just want to talk about my a little bit of feelings of why Mercedes Moe is winning like all this gold. And I'm not saying she's a horrible wrestler, but she's decent. She was good in WWE, but I don't know. I don't know. Is she like made herself be like, okay, I don't have to do much, so I'm gonna make the match good or something like that? I don't know. But it did something did change in Mercedes Moe. And like I said, I'm not happy with her constantly, you know, winning the title and stuff like that. Like, hey, what she do? Win a title from another company? Is like, are you serious? I don't know, but I think I've gone on the rant on that long enough. So, a little bit of Bucks news. Then we're gonna try to do like a trade idea. Like, I'm just gonna come up with something on the top of the head and see like, is this person should be good enough for them to get. So article I clicked on, they was like sorry if that happened to the people that's watching pre-recorded. Yeah, I'm about to say finally. Um, it said like landing spots for after today's Kevin Durant trade, which y'all know. That Kevin Durant was at Fan Fest and he found out about the trade while he was there. Didn't even know about it. So yeah, it's crazy. I thought he would at least talk to the player that's on your team before you be like, okay, there's a plan. We're going to trade you to such and such. But I know the Suns and Kevin Durant is trying to like they were working out a deal, whatever, just to take him somewhere else. And y'all thought LeBron James was bad in doing like chasing. Same thing with Kevin Durant, but only difference is as being a LeBron fan, like I will call him out on the stupid stuff he does, but it gotta be the same as for Kevin Durant. Getting leaving all these teams because okay, we're not going anywhere. I'm not happy. I want out. It's gonna seem like you're gonna go with the same situation again and again and again until you finally win your third ring, which is kind of sucks. So this would have been something he would have went to OKC, went back to OKC or something like that. But that's my opinion with that. But so they're saying, let's see, Giannis Antetokounmpo, which he stated that he's staying with the Bucks. I know the Suns trying to get rid of Bradley Beal, but depends like what team he will like to go to if they trade for him. Zion Wilson, I don't know why he's on this list, and DeMar DeRozan. So we kind of know, they trying to make the Sacramento Kings were making the Bulls 2.0. So let's see, Giannis Antetokounmpo, they said. Um, let's say San Antonio Spurs, New York Knicks, Golden State Warriors. And then see, that's what people that write these articles and like the fans of that team wants to see. Like everybody else is like, no, because everybody would like to see a player that's like loyal to one team. Like Kobe done it, Dirk Nowitzki done it, Reggie Miller done it, and I commend him for that. Um, I know they ain't gonna count the 2 seasons that Jordan been with the Wizards, but he was the GM back then. Um, but his commitment, with the Bulls the whole time, until he decided to retire again. Um, trying to think who else. Um, Magic Johnson, another person. Larry Bird, another person. Um, there's probably some more people that I can't even think of the top of my head, but they're out there. But I just have to like point out that one is like you can't always have okay, Bradley Beal, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, Denver Nuggets. Orlando already did that massive trade, so I don't know they're going to want to take a lot back to get them. Um, Miami, I don't know. It seems like they good with their guard position. Denver Nuggets is a big possibility because it seems like Russell Westbrook is not going to re-sign with the Nuggets. He decided to just go out there as a free agent. So you know what, whatever. And plus, there's rumors like there that he's going to retire and stuff like that. We don't know. So Zion Williamson. So they got him with Detroit Pistons, Charlotte Hornets, and Portland Trailblazers. DeMar DeRozan, Los Angeles Lakers. Well, he'll be at least close. He'll be home if he if they decide pick him up and put him in L.A. Cleveland Cavaliers and Atlanta Hawks. I don't know if y'all just see how some of this stuff just really sounds. It's like I understand, they gotta keep up with their social media and try to get like followers and stuff like that. But this is their opinions, not facts. That's the only thing I can say. It's like it's just mainly not only is like their opinion, but it's just like what they would like to see. Because some of these social media is all worried about the big market teams instead of small market teams. As you've seen since 2019, you had some small market teams end up winning the championship. And plus, that new rule they put for the with the salary cap, they try to make it even for everybody. So no other teams don't be, they just don't be, winning and whatever. So you already know about yesterday. I'll talk about Pat Connaughton is opting in his player option. Is that one more news I wanted to talk about before we move on? Um, let's see. That's not it. That's not it. Got the update. Hey, calm down. And the dogs. Will y'all stop? Um, hey, knock it off. Okay. I thought I saw it somewhere. That I didn't talk about yesterday, but I wanted to put up there. Um, of course, the since now the NBA playoffs is over with, we got the NBA draft that's going to be coming up Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So we know the Bucks got the second round pick, the 47 pick, but as I kind of pointed out, is a chance the Bucks can throw a cash consideration for another second round pick, so that can't be done. So they may end up getting two second round picks instead of just one. Um, oh, okay, that's just my okay Dallas stuff. Okay, three. Okay, the Eastern the Eastern Conference will now be without these three players next season with Achilles injuries. Tyrese Halliburton, yep, of course, kind of showed what Damian Lillard had went through and Jason Tatum went through during the playoffs. So they probably gonna most likely miss majority of this coming season. Tyrese Halliburton, I think he's gonna end up missing all of next season. So it's like, what are they gonna do with Tyrese Halliburton and what are they gonna do with their players now? Like, are they gonna rebuild or just go for it and have a tanking season and hopefully they do good with the draft in 2026? Who knows? But yeah, that wasn't the topic I wanted to talk about, which I knew it was around here somewhere. I hate this new format of Bleacher Report. Like, it doesn't help a dime that they got it like this. That sucks. So you know what? Just skip that. If it comes up, well, I probably will do another video to talk about it. So I'm trying to think, what trades will be available for the Bucks to get. Of course, like I said, the cash that they got that they can do, um, moves that they can do. So yeah, trending players be traded. They can take Kevin Durant off because it's already happened. Of course, Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks they can take that off too. Um, like the Bucks do need a bigger body, but actually like a center that can shoot the three and also can play deep. But that's all these new centers are coming up. But they're gonna need a point guard for the time being for just this season. But then again, Pacers probably be looking at the same thing too now since you know Halliburton is out. Probably like maybe most of next season as well. But I'm trying to see where that pick they pick. So like I said, always hoping for the center, but all these people just thinking like they should get another wings and they should be using the ones they have. It hasn't worked out like in the off season. Like there's some really coming up. And I apologize if I sound like a little bit broken record because you heard it all before. I apologize, but just some of these people just don't think think about what they want instead of what's right for the player. Um, I understand if you just go like hometown team or something like that, you don't stick with them with thick and thin and stuff like that. That's different, but all these people out of the woodwork that's not even certain like type of fan of the team. They're just like, okay, this player will be better. Yeah, I like him then. It's just kind of crazy. So I wanted they updated with Pat Connaughton accepting his player options. I think they did. Let me look. Yeah, they kind of did. So they will at least have that 22.5 million in tax base that they can use, but also like over 20 million to be in the first apron. I don't think they really care if they pass the first apron. It's just as long as they don't get to the second apron, which is like I think for them to get in the second apron, it'd be 205 million. Which they said they'll be okay with spending the 200 million. So I think the owners and all that they'll be fine with it. But it's like, and of course, there's videos out there of Tyler Smith, working out in the summer. So we knew, us fans knew what we was getting when it comes to Tyler Smith. But with Doc and his, too afraid to praise rookies and like young players to a certain extent, Tyler Smith had it going. New hair braided up and shooting and going offense. I think when people show their like offense to like you gotta show their defense too. So I just think that was like kind of weird. But anyways, let's. I'm trying to think. The what guard available. They got the lights up saying that Bucks should go for Trey Young. And let's see. Let's look for Atlanta. Uh, oh, right there, number 8. Cool. So how in the world they're gonna end up getting Trey Young unless they have to trade either Giannis or Dame to get him? Although Trey Young's still a young player, at the same time, no. But Atlanta probably gonna want some draft picks and stuff like that. Probably the same thing with the Bucks. Like if they trade Damian Lillard for Trey Young, you might just have to end up doing like a few swaps. And with Atlanta, they got plenty of room for tax base and stuff like that. So they got a lot of money to play with. Like I said with the Bucks, they got some money to play with. But I don't know. I just think there's no right trade for like the Bucks to do to either get a guard or a center that they want. Because there's no way in hell. I'm just going to put this out there. So there's no way in hell they're going to get Joel Embiid. After the periphery of this past year, what he was doing, no, just no. Um, and you got the situation with like what you gonna do with where's Paul George? I want, oh, okay. I'm about to say because I know you're still on the contract, and as you can look at the numbers now, all their big three is taking about over 140 million with the cap. But at the same time, when you look at they only got like 10.5 million to spend in tax base. I'm sorry. Then the first April they had to hit I think like 18.6 million to hit it. I think it's gonna be a point. There's gonna be some teams that don't even care to hit the first past the first apron anymore. They're just trying to avoid the second. Well, it was one of those things, but no Joel B. Sorry about that. But who's that center or guard? They can go for and not pointing out Miami. You don't get rid of Terry Rozier. But what if he ended up getting say, oh, we're gonna trade them and or whoever, because I don't know how Bam's current contract is. About to find out. Okay, 37 million. So what they had to add? They would have to add Kyle Kuzma and maybe not Pat Con. Yeah. That's if the Bucks want to take more. They can add Bam Adebayo's contract. They trade Kuzma and Pat Con. Because because after that, that would be like about 31, 32 million, I believe. 23. Yeah, about almost 33 million. So that would be like 4 million over if they get them out of bio for Kuzma and Pat if they decide to do that. Which I don't see them doing that. I really don't. It just would have been cool, if you could either get Tyler Hero. Okay, you probably can get him for Kuzma and Pat Connaughton for the same price. I'm trying to think like Duncan Robinson, nearly 20 million. He was like at one point trying to trade him. So right now it's just a thought. But I'm trying to think just that one person making me go for that probably would make him a difference in the future. Well, like I said, we already talked about the rumors of D'Angelo Russell, but this is gonna be weird. But looking at the Hornets and seeing like because they've been in the talk, yeah, I wouldn't say in talk, but just like mentioned with the Bucks and Hornets, like maybe they do something. Kind of the same situation I could say if they wanted Meleto Ball and for Kuzma and at Compton, but they'll just be like a little bit over 4 million over. Miles Bridges was another talk. They can trade, but I think it wasn't with Giannis. It was with like some other players. Justin Nurkic, oh, he made like nearly 20 million. But at the same time, they also think of they trying to get rid of not Brandon Miller. Trying to think, Mark Williams, which he has a team option, and another team got like a certain amount of time to decide if they're gonna keep him or just let him go. Musa, Diache, okay, they got a center of that, but I don't know. It seems like if the Hornets decide they're gonna let go of Mark Williams, no, why not draft a center for their draft pick? Then go from there. But I'm sorry, it all depends like what they want to do. Let me see. We already know some of the rumors from the West, but the center that I probably would want, the Bucks to go for, and I know I probably say this all the time in my WFSO reaction, especially when Ronnie Martin he's going to be staying with the Jazz, and the Jazz actually got a lot of money to play with. So maybe they get like a few veterans and maybe go from there, and I don't know, things may change. Oh, Walker Kessler has a team option too. So we don't know what's going on with that. Same thing with Keontae George. Um, same thing with Center Bob. So I think the Jazz got more than I think they got like about three centers. I believe. So you got John Collins that's there for like his final year. Oh, but he has a player option, so we don't know what's going on with that. So so the Jazz got like three big men that can play center. There's John Collins, Walker Kessler, and Kyle Kowalski. So maybe they decide what we're going to keep Kyle Kowalski. Okay. Yeah, let him go. There's going to be a lot of teams that are going to want him, and I hope the Bucks is one of them. If they don't draft a center in the draft this Thursday. So yeah, just looking at it, there's just a lot of possibilities of like what they can do and all that, and just like go from there. But I don't know. I have no idea. But then again, there's free agencies that I think ESPN got one too. So www.espn. This is one more thing before we get to a little bit of comic book movies and TV news, and I'm still trying to try to go quick as possible. Um, let's see. Let's go to the NBA. Um, I don't know. What do you mean by draft? But it's probably something we're going to touch on later on before the draft. Draft gas. Man, kind of learn something new every day. Okay. Oh, they. This is going by best available at that time. So it looks like they got the Bucks going for Cam Jones. So if they do, that's still fine. But they at least got to look for a center if you're not signing re-signing Brook Lopez, or maybe they'll just get a center that's not included with the draft. So And plus, it's 59 draft picks that's going on. The 60th one would have been the Knicks, but unfortunately they lost their pick. I think it was due to tampering. I think it was tampering, like to try to get their player. I forgot who, but yeah, you get punished for that. Insane, crazy enough. So come on, let me look for it. Okay, not transactions. Features. Is it future? Because I know the ESPN got an article that's talking about, what is oh, sorry guys, oh my goodness. Um, okay, so, okay, okay, let me do this. NBA 2025, sorry, the agents. Let's see. Um, okay, maybe it's this article. It seems like they always had this article like every year, so it ain't nothing new. Let's just make sure it's the right. Yeah, okay. They just imitated. They just updated that one. So next, Timberwolves, Denver, Boston. It seems like they're going for in the order of teams that got eliminated, except for the what they call them? I forgot what they call them. It just slipped my mind, just like that. Um, there's Clippers, we got Detroit, Lakers, of course, Orlando. Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Here we go. So, of course, you want to see like I don't think you got to worry about that content. He's still going to say Bobby Portis. I think they got until Buck's career fair. Bring copy of resume, retail, guest service, and security. Hmm. Anyways, you got Bobby Portis that will have up to Thursday, I believe, to decide what he wants to do. And same thing with Kevin Porter Jr. Torian Prince, like I said, he can kick rocks. Brook Lopez can kick rocks. Neither we signed Gary Trent Jr. We signed Jeff Sims. We signed Ryan Rollins and Stanley Uli. I don't even know what to say, but both Ryan Rollins and Stanley Uli is restricted free agents, which they don't put that out there enough, and just don't understand, why they're not doing that. So financial flexibility could come at significant cost. Books are 20 million below the luxury tax and 41 million beneath the second AP. Okay, if Milwaukee resigns with Lopez, um, they probably would use 14.1 million non-tax level exception. So I'd rather they use it on either Gage Trent Jr. or Kevin Porter Jr. Or I wouldn't say like split it, but see like what the money you can use out of that, see where it goes. Okay. Anyways, let's see. That's not what I'm looking for. top unprocessed priority. Okay, we know the history of that. Just like the trade that they doing, that they did ever since John Horst took over as GM. It's been like 50-50. Like it's weird, but it's like what? Yeah. Um, extension candidate to watch. They could with Damien if they want to. Oh, AJ Green. Oh, okay. I thought it would be. Oh, he's an unrestricted free agent next year if there is no extension. So AJ Green is available for extension. Why not? So team needs a replacement for Lopez, which is true. They need a center along with depth and shooters. Of course, there was especially towards the end of the season. Of course, they had a 55.2 plus. Um, I apologize to guys just watching on crap WFSO 2. I don't know what happened to Sully. I just got out of that and yep. Oops, that's not what I want. Sorry guys, I'm screwing up over here. Okay, go back. That's not what I want. Is that? Oh god. Like I say, I apologize, guys. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay, so team needs replacement of Lopez and possibly Portis if not signed, along with depth shooters. With the saying their success toward the end of the season, that was shooting at Trent, Porter, and Green. Oh wow, a plus 55.2 net rating with the four players on the court. And I think they mean they mean Kumbo too. Okay, that's excellent. Of course, two draft picks and either okay, yeah, because as soon as like the draft is, teams can add their 2032 first round or second round pick to trade if they want to. Milwaukee can also swap first in either season. Of course, they would have a very second 2032 a second rounder available to trade if they want to. Okay, any trade the Bucks make will have to occur in July 6th or later on. So right now they just gotta focus on the draft. Then after that they focus on free agency. Then if they decide what we're gonna do trades, why not? But like I said, because yeah, 110,000 available, any trade the Bucks will make will have to occur. Okay, so I get that now. It's got to be on July 6th or later. Okay, so it's more explanatory, and of course they mentioned they're free agents, but I'm just trying to look for what free agents are available. So it looks like that's not they're not going to talk about it this time, but we're going to have updates, and we are going to do a watch party to watch the first round of the NBA draft. Although the Bucks is not in it, the first round at least. Yeah, because we're gonna have a watch party for the first round on Wednesday, and the second round on Thursday. And I apologize again, WFSO two. It just kicked you out and got you back in. But anyways, we're almost done anyway. So I think that's all we're gonna talk about when it comes to the Bucks. So let's get into some comic book movies and TV news. James Gunn revealed that Aaron Pierce was nearly cast as Alan Warlock in the MCU. Hmm, would have been different. Let's see. Of course, 2 years ago today, Secret Invasion premiered. I don't know. The show is kind of like underrated in a way, but I can understand people's complaints about it. And at the same time, I thought they had like a kick-ass ending for it, but some people ain't gonna see it that way. Okay, okay. The next MCU saga after Avengers sequel will reportedly focus on three major areas: cosmic, mutants, and supernatural, which is why they call it the Mutant Saga. Well, I'm glad they doing that. So this way, they can have more focus on Blade, since they say he's gonna come out in they decided they're gonna have him come out in 2028. You know what? That's fine. Um, but it's like announced the project in 2019. Couldn't figure out what to do with it in the multiverse, but I can. You can have the Blade. I think it was Material Ali. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce the first name. But anyways, you have him. Then you can have like Wesley Snipes Blade get into the mix for the multiverse and like have them go hunting together or something like that. Something they could have done if it was in the multiverse, but they save it for the supernatural. So possibles of seeing like Ghost Rider, maybe Silver Surfer will have his own movie or TV series, whoever the case may be. They can put like Nova there as they want to create it for a long time. And like Deadpool can be on here at some point. Okay, this happens again. So that means I might have gone an hour on this, which I have. So I'm gonna end this quickly. Okay, of course, Lane, Ultron, back in several projects at their vision points. Okay, champions are still in early development. Okay, on the coming Vision Quest series is expected to make an Agents of Shield fans happy. Maybe something will be on there, so yeah, that'll be something. Like we were just talking about the supernatural side of the MCU. What happened? But y'all gotta look at this. The team. The characters they got out there that's out now. It could be like a chance. You can play with some people, like add some characters in there if you want to. Of course, Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter are in talks to play Dazzler, which Taylor Swift was rumored to be playing that character ever since a few years now. Picture Poster Ironheart, which was going to be start showing on Tuesdays for the next 2 weeks. 3 episodes a day. So yeah, so tomorrow, well not tomorrow, but Tuesday will be interesting. And like I said, I still got stuff to catch up on and watch. Look at some DC stuff before we there you go, DC updates. Let's see. Um, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I just now seen your post, Joseph, but I will say it. Happy birthday to Hugh J, if that's really his name. But anyways, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday anyway. So I just finally caught on to that the last second. So, but anyways, happy birthday to whoever has a birthday today. Um, Trying to look some what's stuff that going on. I ended up buying my roommate a Superman figure with the Kingdom Come symbol as they call the symbol from that. But you gotta do something that's like because he's not happy with how the F Shield is. Because the movie's not named Kingdom Come, but it's like one of those things, like things change. Some studios want to do something different, especially if they're going to reboot Superman. You just got to have something different, and that's what they probably decide. And it's the fact that some people don't know. There's things that got to change, even if it's the approach of what they're trying to do with Superman or a change in life. There's things that that got to change. Um, let's see. James Gunn has confirmed that the live action debut of DC's Batman will happen in Brave and the Bold. Okay, so he's not going to be popping up on any places anytime soon. So the upcoming Clayface movie that seems like it could be DC Elseworld in my opinion instead of the DCU. That's a possibility that they probably would just do like that, or they can do like the Clayface that will lead up to the Batman Part Two. But like I said, I like the idea, that they got, DC Elseworld. So if anybody else want to tell, their own story, the Elseworld, you might say, is kind of like multiverse. It's kind of like that. So I'm glad, they're doing something like that, but they just need to have, more stuff like on there. Besides, I have to wait until this thing got approved or the DCU ain't doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Um, okay. Why Lex Luthor doesn't grow his hair back with all the money and technology? And that's what he said. And James Gunn said. Um, from how they explained it, I think it was some sort of disease he had when he was little that ended up, causing him to lose his hair just on his head. But yeah, all the money and technology they have now, it's possible. But I think some fans would not be happy if they, oh, Lex Luthor is going to grow his hair, and as you saw on the Superman series with the first movies that came out like in the late 70s, early 80s, you saw Gene Hackman that played Les Luthor. He just put on like a bunch of wigs, so that can happen. Kind of the same thing they did with Batman v Superman. They had Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, the wrong person to play him. So I don't know who got the idea that they just just suddenly boom on it. I don't know. Oh, Superman crypto promotional art. Cool. Um, yeah, there ain't that much about DC updates. Just about what we were talking about with that. So we're gonna end it from here, and I know a few guys, or most of y'all, has probably like been a little bit over an hour. So I promise we're gonna end it here. So you guys that's watching on WFSO and WFSO 2 on Twitch, you know, we trying to go, do like live content like almost every day. So probably like late this summer, we're gonna be back into that. But there's a lot of stuff going on our end in the summer, and plus me working and all the other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna end the show right here, and thank you guys for watching on Twitch. Share the channel too. Also, we talk about everything we talk about tonight, and also talk about Milwaukee development too. So you probably will enjoy this because we would like try to do more of this on Twitch. So goodbye everyone on Twitch. Till the next video, and sponsored by Robin and Mike Thompson, and also Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. So see you guys on Twitch later. Yeah, that's actually better. And I know there's guys, y'all still on the air and stuff. So TikTok, it's a pleasure. Thanks for the likes. And thank you for checking on this channel. I think either tomorrow or Tuesday, because we did went to go see 28 years later. So we will do like a movie review. That be that on that. So it'll be exclusively for TikTok, my TikTok page, and also on WFSO's YouTube channel. So you get a chance, be able to check that one out. Like I said, it should be up either tomorrow or Tuesday. So watch out for that. Um, but anyways, you guys on TikTok, thank you for watching and please show your support. It's really needed. So, oh, and I have 5 shares, so that's pretty good. So happy about that. But we should return at our regular time next Sunday, unless something else happens, which I don't think anything else is gonna happen. So you should be okay. Anyways, guys, until the next video, you guys have a good one. So see you later, TikTok. Uh, okay. Not bad viewers, so that's cool. Um, yeah, I'm gonna close you guys on Facebook too. So we'll try to do more, uh, you know, topics like that. Like what we talk about. Maybe do like a live one or something like that. You know, time will tell. Just put it that way. So, oh crap. I'm, I'm pressing X. Finally. Anyways, guys on YouTube, see you later and have a good one. If you guys are still on YouTube Live, so you know what I want. Like today's video, like it. Same thing with the people on the live. I appreciate the likes. Appreciate some people that was on there for the time being. And guys, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we will have the giveaway after we hit that 1,000 subscribers. But when we get close to there, I will mention the giveaway wherever we're gonna have the giveaway. I will mention that because it could be more than one prize. You never know. But guys, also over 2,700 videos and counting. If you like content like what we talk about today, and plus Milwaukee development, you'll like this channel. So share it, let people know. And plus, let's just say you want more wrestling fits, you try to do more wrestling stuff, especially that we got the next season of exclusive that's going to be starting this Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Kind of like right after Impact Wrestling. So you get a chance, check that out. Also check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Upcoming events in the Midwest, upcoming events that in the Midwest that are meet and greets, videos like this, and all other good stuff that we're planning on right now. So only time will tell. Um, excuse me. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Mike and Robert Thompson, and we also would like to thank for our sponsor, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. So you're interested in like VHS, DVDs, wrestling, and also wrestling figures, you can go to them, and I'm pretty sure they probably will have like what you're looking for. So look for Midwest Wrestling Collectibles on Facebook. PTSD Awareness Month. So also is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and also Pride Month. So be there for your people and support the people that's going through things in life. Just help them out. But anyways, man up, woman up, face up. Until the next video, you guys have a good one and see you later. Goodbye. Can I? There we go.